Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. A lot of people wanted to see Stonjourner used on this channel, and there was a really cool team that was able to get top 30 on the ranked ladder last season, so I wanted to feature Stonjourner. That team, of course, had Stonjourner and is a rental team, so feel free to try it out yourselves. I've also linked the original creator's Twitter in the description below. So thank you to them for building the team and for making it public, and I'm really excited to try it out. As you can see, this team is very, very offensive. You have Life Orb, Dragapult, Wise Glasses, Milotic with Mudshot. You have Citrus Berry, Nasty Plot, 3 attack Rotom, and Expert Belt full offense Mimikyu. So Stonjourner is actually super relevant to this team because the idea is to use Power Spot, its ability to really increase the damage output of your partners, so much to the point where you catch your opponents off guard and just overwhelm them with offense. I've played a couple of games with it, and I think it is definitely a really fun team to feature, so I'm excited to play some games with it, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. So yeah, we're just going to jump into today's episode. I'm also going to be streaming on Twitch. By the time this episode goes up, it'll probably be around halfway through my stream. I'm planning on uploading this around like 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, so my plan today is to stream from like 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you are interested in catching a stream live, if you go to twitch.tv/CybertronVGC right now, hopefully I'll be there. And if you're watching this after the stream, then you can catch the VODs over on Twitch. And yeah, hope to see some of you guys there. Should be a fun time. Also, yesterday I asked you guys for, meditation advice. You guys gave me some really, really great answers. Today I'm just curious what your favorite subject in school was or has been. So let me know in the comments below. We're up against a really cool team today for the first game. Primarina, Como, the Rabombi, and the Caparaja. Very interesting. Okay. I haven't seen a Como since VGC like 2018. You know, Mimikyu's damage output here actually isn't too bad because we've got super effective attacks against Rotom, Primarina, the Como, and Chandelure. I do, however, of course, have to be careful about the Caparaja. I mean, this looks like a Trick Room team, right? So I feel like I want to deny Trick Room, so I'm actually going to lead Rotom and the Stonjourner, because Stonjourner actually does some pretty good damage across the board here against my opponent as well. And in the back, I think we want things to beat the Caparaja. I mean, I think Rotom is pretty good here, even in non-max form, and Incineroar seems like the clear last Pokemon. I'm not the biggest fan of Dragapult, given the Fairy and the Dragon types of my opponent's team. I think Dragapult could overwhelm my opponent's team with offense, but the problem is it is threatened a lot in terms of a lead, whereas I think Mimikyu is a little bit safer and has similar, I mean, not as much damage output, but still does a fair amount of damage. And I just don't like Milotic too much here, mainly because of the Rotom. Although, I actually think you could make a decent argument for Milotic. So, alright, let's see. We're going to try out leading Stonjourner immediately, and we're going to try to overwhelm our opponent with Stonjourner's ability. Stonjourner actually does a lot of damage as well. Like, don't sleep on that damage output. And Mimikyu, with the Expert Belt and the damage output from Stonjourner, or damage boost, hopefully we'll be able to just pick up some quick KO. So, we're going to jump into this game. And, yeah, as always, if you guys enjoy Road Train, please show support by leaving a like. I'd really appreciate it. It's going to be just Rabombi and Chandelure. So I'm definitely rock sliding here with Stonjourner, I think. And I mean, Trick Room is the main thing I'm worried about, so I'm leaning towards maxing Phantasming into Chandelure and just rock sliding. Could be Scarf Chandelure. Let's see. We're going to max first. We could have protected Stonjourner as well. So right now, Stonjourner's ability doesn't really help us out too much, but the main thing here is I think Trick Room is the main thing I'm worried about, because if Trick Room doesn't go up, we just outspeed our opponent with our team. And Mimikyu outspeeds everything and should be able to produce a lot of good damage output against almost everything. They are going to max. Okay. I mean, Chandelure maxing might still just faint to max Phantasm if it's not Focus Sash. And it is going to be Dynamax Chandelure. I gotta say, I didn't expect that. I was expecting maybe Caparaja or the Rotom to Dynamax here. But I think I'll take that, honestly. I don't think Chandelure scares me that much, but maybe I'll eat up my words here. He's got Reflect. Okay. Well, the good thing here is that Chandelure shouldn't be able to KO either Pokemon. And even with Reflect, I think Phantasm and Rock Slide might still just get the KO here. Oh, that was a crit. Okay. I don't think we KO there, but given that it wasn't Focus Sashed, you guys might be curious because I'm actually super curious. I'm going to do that calc because we are Expert Belt and we have Stonjourner's boost, right? So it's like an Expert Belt and a Life Orb, effectively. We missed the Rabombi, unfortunately. And that's probably Focus Sashed. Yeah, I'm super curious with Expert Bell and Reflect, but Stonjourner being out. Yeah, I think we'll miss out on that KO. Yeah, we do miss out on that KO. Pretty sure. So, a little bit lucky turn one, but obviously Rockslide would have finished it up anyway, so I don't feel like super bad about that. We just would have either lost our Disguise or Stonjourner would have been brought down to the Focus Sash. But I'm just going to max Overgrowth here on Rockslide. I mean, this is Stonjourner literally just boosting Mimikyu to be able to KO everything, right? It's going to Speed Swap, but that's fine because we have the Focus Sash on the Stonjourner and Disguise isn't broken, so I don't think you really threaten us too much. Yeah. Stonjourner's HP bar moves so quickly there. So once again, obviously a slightly fortunate crit, but I don't think in the long term it really mattered too much because I'm pretty sure Chandelure is fainting from Rockslide anyway after there. And we obviously were a little unfortunate missing the Rabombi as well, and it looks like it's Throat Spray, but I'm pretty sure Overgrowth plus Rockslide should KO here. So let's see. I wonder if Overgrowth just KOs outright with the Expert Bell and the Stonjourner boost, even through Reflect. That's so strong! Oh my goodness. Another crit though? I'm also curious on that calc. So I'm gonna do it as well. Without Dynamax, with Reflect, that might have actually just KO'd anyway. But assuming it was max HP defense. I mean, once again, like, these crits haven't really made that much of a difference. It would just mean that we would need to hit the Rock Slide with the Stonjourner, but definitely pretty fortunate. I mean, without Reflect, we were definitely getting these one-hit KOs, but yeah, was not expecting Reflect. And like I said, this would have been this was a great Mimikyu game and Stonjourner game. I'm just I wish the crits didn't happen because it would have made the game obviously more fair. But I mean, we take those. Let's see, we have Rotom and Incineroar in the back, so I think we just Starfall. And after the speed swap, Stonjourner just outspeeds here as well. So, yeah. Depending on the Primarina set, I mean, it was probably bulky enough. We still have a chance of just one-hit KOing, even if it's max HP with a little bit of defense investment, with Expert Belt and Stonjourner boosting its damage output. But once again, like, crits were a little unfortunate this game, but Rockslide should have been KOing the Chandelure and the Primarina anyway. So, yeah, I mean, without Reflect, I think Mimikyu literally one-shot everything, so Reflect at least gave my opponent a shot, but I think the Chandelure Dynamax caught me by surprise, honestly, because Mimikyu Stonjourner exerted so much offensive pressure immediately. So that's exactly what I was going for. Happy we got that. I would have liked to play that without the crits, because I think the lead was still strong enough. Plus, we had 2 Pokemon in the back, so we can actually check the spreads here. Okay. They didn't even have Trick Room, which is interesting. No Trick Room lefties. No Protect, really, on any of these Pokemon. On literally none. Interesting. Primarina looks like it was max HP, but 4 defense, yeah. So, Max Overgrowth had a chance of just one-shotting it there anyway, even without the crit, and we were definitely KOing Chandelure there with the Rock Slide. But once again, you know, you don't like to win, like, with unnecessary crits because, you know, in Pokemon, I think you want to ideally win every match without RNG, and in that game, like, the RNG just made it harder for my opponent. I would have liked to get more knowledge about how that would have played out without the RNG. Because I think we were still in a pretty good position, regardless of what Chandelure was going for. Especially because it's Stonjourner at the Focus Sash, so regardless of who Chandelure was targeting there, Rockslide should just pick up the KO onto it. We just needed to hope not to miss, if anything. Which certainly is a possibility, so Reflect definitely caught me off guard. But yeah, that is the power of Dragapult. What am I saying, Dragapult? I was going to pick Dragapult this game. I meant Stonjourner and Mimikyu. This next game is interesting. There's redirection support for my opponent. There's Rain. There's a Dracozolt as well. So I don't like Milotic here too much. Nor do I like Rotom. I mean, Dragapult is the route I want to go down the most. Especially because we can max Airstream. I think Ludicolo is a pretty big threat though, but with max Airstream, mitigates it somewhat. I think we should go the Dragapult route. The problem is that my opponent also has Dragapult, and they have potential Tailwind in Pelipper and the Corviknight. I actually think this matchup is pretty shaky for us, honestly. But I still kind of want to bring Stonjourner. Max Milotic could change the weather into Hail. I don't really like that too much. I think I'm going to try leading Dragapult and Incineroar with Mimikyu in the back. And honestly, I still want to bring Stonjourner because It's a Stonjourner team, so I'm just going to try to bring it every game, even if it's not the most ideal. I think there's always room for it, right? There's always room for a 1.3x damage boost. So, yeah. Last team was pretty interesting, though. No protect on anything. And pretty Mimikyu weak, honestly. I thought the one thing I was scared of was the Copperajah, but that didn't even end up coming out. Okay, so let's see what my opponent brings out. It is going to be Dragapult Ludicolo. Oh, goodness. So normally what happens here is you... This is actually really bad. You self-U-turn into Ludicolo to activate Weakness Policy. You Dynamax the Ludicolo. And then you switch in Pelipper, so you get the Speed Boost and the Weakness Policy. Which isn't good. It's really not good. Got Mimikyu. I mean, maybe we Dynamax Incineroar here and Max Flare solely to change the weather. Because if I'm my opponent, I'm U-turning into Ludicolo, I'm Dynamaxing, and Max... Well, I guess Max Ice would change the weather back, but... it would probably still KO Dragapult at +2 because we don't have any bulk. So, this is going to seem crazy, but I'm actually going to Max Flare the Ludicolo and Protect, because I really expect the U-turn play here. This might be absolutely crazy. My opponent, of course, could also U-turn and just Max Geyser Incineroar, but I don't think you should identify Incineroar as that much of a threat, unless you think about this potential Max Flare. Now, the thing is, even Max Flaring is risky, because I only get one turn of Weather Change, but maybe that's all I need in this game. I don't really know what other outs I had here, given this lead. I should have seen the Dragapult Ludi combo coming, right when my opponent led with it. That was my bad. I don't even know what I can do to counter that, because Rotom doesn't do anything. Maybe Mimikyu, but it doesn't do that much damage against the Ludicolo. I actually think Ludicolo has a really good matchup against us, so... Alright, let's see if the self U-turn comes out. Actually... Yeah, there's U-turn. Actually, what would have been better is... I doubt... like, just normal Protector is fine if I'm expecting Max Hailstorm to come out to target the Dragapult. So it might have been better to have just gone for Max Bug, actually. I don't know why I said Bug like that. Max Bug for a special attack drop onto the Ludicolo. Yep, okay, there's Hailstorm release. I mean, I predicted my opponent's play, but I am still in quite the pickle here. My fear is also Choice Scarf on the... What am I saying? On the Pelipper. Because then you could... Ooh, that's actually really good damage from Max Flare, though. Okay. Alright, maybe we have a shot. You don't normally Dynamax Incineroar with this team, but there was... You know what we actually could do here is switch out Dragapult into Stonjourner. That increased damage might actually be enough to pick up the KO with Max Darkness. I think it will be. Yeah, I think we go for this. Our other play is to Dragon Darts. Actually, that might just be better. I mean, our other play is to just Darts and Max Darkness. That doesn't seem that bad either. I think I'll go for that, yeah. Because switching in Stonjourner breaks a potential Sash. He actually Max Guards Ludi, okay. Might be Tailwind coming out then, which would make sense. I don't think Incineroar should outspeed Pelipper here. I'd be very surprised if it did. Phantom Force into Ludi then might have been better. We almost KO'd there too with Darts. Yeah, he's got Rain Dance. Oof. That's going to be an oof from me. Okay, but the Stonjourner play would definitely not have worked out. That being said, if we flared into... the Pelipper, that would have been such a sick read. And honestly, should have maybe gone for that. Okay, let's see. Now you don't need a Max Hailstorm, you can obviously Geyser. I also didn't think you'd actually have Protect on the Ludicolo. Let's see, I mean, you probably Geyser into Incineroar. So I could make a sick read here and switch Incineroar into Mimikyu. and Phantom Force the Ludicolo. It also might be safer to just double up here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Max Darkness and Phantom Force. I don't feel that far behind, so I'm willing to make a trade right now. We're Assault Vested too, but there's no way we take a +2 Max Geyser in Rain, I don't think. If we do, that would be amazing. Yeah, it does target Incineroar. Okay. But that's fine. I mean, we get the Dragon Darts off, which should KO Pelipper, and put Ludicolo and Shadow Sneak KO range from Mimikyu, hopefully. I could have switched that out into Mimikyu, and I really, really want it. Oh, wait, I Phantom Force, not Darting. Whoops. That's also fine, though, because Disguise, Dynamax Ends. Let's see if it's Tailwind. It is Tailwind, too. Okay. But we should get a clean knockout onto the Ludicolo slot. I think Darting might have just been better there, though. I think I want to preserve the Focus Sash. Or, sorry, not the Focus Sash. The Disguise. We do have Shadow Sneak, though. I think I'll bring out Stonjourner, yeah. Stonjourner guarantees me the KO onto Ludicolo, but I think I flubbed the last 2 turns a fair amount. That being said, I didn't think we had any shot at this game, so at least we had some shot, but honestly I had a really good chance. I think I should have just started, because that doesn't KO Ludicolo, but it KOs Pelipper, denies the Tailwind, and then we have Shadow Sneak Mimikyu in the back, so I think that was also a slight misplay. I could pretty easily protect the Stonjourner here. I mean, that's the safest play, right? Yeah, I think I just protect. It's going to be a close finish, but letting my opponent get Rain Dance and Tailwind up obviously wasn't ideal. So let's see. Should just be a double up into that slot. Yeah, there's literally no reason to not double up onto Stonjourner. So I need to at least pick up a KO, and then, like, I have Focus Sash, and I'm trying to stall out Tailwind, plus I have Mimikyu with Disguise, and Phantom Force here should KO. Yep. I have Mimikyu with Disguise, and we're slowly stalling out Tailwind. The problem is you get 2... The question is also what Dragapult set you are. Switching Incineroar into Mimikyu might have been the play. I don't know. Dragon Darting, though, was definitely the play. Because this should put the... Oh, Dracozolt comes out. Well, that's a risk. I mean, you risk missing attacks here with Hustle. It's actually really risky, I think. I'm going to Rock Slide here and Protect, I think. You need a double up to KO. I mean, you probably EQ Scald, right? But if you miss the EQ onto the Stonjourner, we just KO Pelipper. Oh, he actually Bolt Beaked. Okay, that's huge. And Scald. Okay, hopefully no burn. Either way, we're obviously going down to our Sash. Oh, I'm really nervous about the burn right here. This is Life Orb, too. No burn. Rock Slide. Double connects, too. Okay, okay. That's big. This is really close, but I think what we can do now is protect Stonjourner and sack our Dragapult. So we protect. I could go for a double protect, but I honestly think I want the free switching into Mimikyu. You could also miss here, so I'm gonna protect Dragon Darts. Yeah, because I want the 2v2. Because Mimikyu obviously one-hit KOs either of these Pokemon at this point. He's special with Shadow Ball, okay. Which makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if it was special Specs. Which makes this really close then. Rain stops. Tailwind should peter out. Okay. Oh boy, this is close. This is really close. I think I have to target... I mean, Mimikyu outspeeds Dracozolt, right? So I think I have to play rough the Dragapult. Is there any value to Phantom Forcing here? I don't think so. I don't even know if Bolt Beak KOs. It might, though. Depends if my opponent hits the Bolt Beaks now as well. I think we have to play rough the Dragapult, though. We don't have Protect, otherwise I'd consider that. Rock Slide. Yeah. Then the question is, does Shadow Ball Bolt Beat KO us? He's gonna go for the Shadow Ball into Mimikyu, yep. I don't think we could risk play roughing the Dracozolt there. Yeah. Oh, he's faster, but he misses the Bolt Beak. And that targeted Stonjourner. Oh, wow. That's interesting. And it was Sash Dragapult. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was surprised Dracozolt came out before the Dragapult, honestly. Because you risk missing. I mean, that's the thing with Hustle, right? But I was surprised to see that my opponent did not target the Mimikyu. Okay, actually, sorry. It makes sense they didn't target the Mimikyu there because of the Focus Sash on the Dragapult. Because then if you knock out Stonjourner, then you guaranteed survive. Although we had Shadow Sneak, too. I think I actually just Shadow Sneak here because I want to say 2 Shadow Sneaks KOs. You probably Bolt Beak us too, right? So I think we actually just Superpower. Superpower and Shadow Sneak. With the Stonjourner boost, I'm fairly confident 2 Shadow Sneak should KO. And my opponent just forfeits. Okay. So I didn't play this game super well, but I thought the lead matchup was really bad. And as a result, I actually had to Dynamax my Incineroar to even give us a shot. But I misplayed a bunch in the mid-game as well. I think going for the Phantom Force was kind of a misplay instead of going for the Dragon Darts on the last turn of Ludicolo's Dynamax. The Ludi Max Guard turn, like, I don't think was like a blatant misplay, but Max Flaring into Pelipper would have probably just actually won us the game right there and then. But we obviously got lucky given that Bolt Beak missed. My opponent wins that game 80% of the time. I also thought the Mimikyu would be faster there. Yeah. So I wasn't expecting Dracozolt's outspeed. That was probably what, Scarf Dracozolt then? Like, still underspeed max speed Dragapult, which would make some sense. So we got a little bit lucky to win that one. Stonejourner's damage output, you know, we didn't use it for its ability as much, but having Focus Sash was actually a really big deal, and just having Rock Slide as well to double hit effectively won us the game. So I was still able to play a very, very pivotal role. We're going up against a really offensive Sun team for our last game today. So with Sun, I lean towards Dragapult Incineroar. Because what we do with this is we intimidate all the physical attackers. We pressure with Max Airstream as well. I actually really like Stonjourner here because if my opponent wants to go the Trick Room route, for example, I could just switch Stonjourner in, Max Phantasm, and just one-shot the Dusclops. That would be really sick. I think one of the main problems in this game is definitely Venusaur. And so the question is, who do I want as the last one? Rotom? I don't like Milotic here at all. Milotic's interesting because you could max it, but with Sun definitely coming out and with so many Weather Wars, I just don't want to play the Weather Wars here. So it's between Rotom and Mimikyu. Now Mimikyu doesn't really do much damage, but it does have priority Shadow Sneak, which could be a big enough deal in this matchup. Yeah, without Protect on Rotom, I actually like Mimikyu. It might seem really weird not bringing... I guess our Rhyperior matchup is really shaky now, though, so maybe this was a mistake. But we have Woodhammer on Mimikyu, so we do have a way to hit Rhyperior for lots of damage, especially should it not max. And if you're maxing Rhyperior with this team, you normally set up Trick Room, but I think it'll be hard for my opponent to set up Trick Room because of Dragapult plus the Stonjourner. It's going to be Charizard and Dusclops. Or sorry, not Charizard, Dusclops. Darmanitan and Dusclops. Okay, this is actually really interesting because I do get the Fake Out that I wanted. Or not the Fake Out, the Intimidate. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ice Cold Crash doesn't KO us, right? And I think my opponent probably has Rhyperior in the back, given this lead. He's going to frisk our items. He knows we're not weakness policy. I mean, I guess we don't even need to necessarily switch out into Stonjourner, right? We could just max Phantasm. The problem is I think if Trick Room goes up because I didn't bring Rotom, Rhyperior, it really scares me. I don't need to switch out into Stonjourner necessarily. I actually kind of like that though, because then I do reset another Intimidate. This is actually really tricky. I think I am gonna... Oops. No. We want to max Phantasm and switch out into Stonjourner, yeah. Because I know at least this way I'll deny Trick Room. If Trick Room doesn't go up, I feel better about my chances of winning this game. So Stonjourner actually comes out. What could have been bad? I mean, if we fake out the Darmanitan turn 1 and Phantasm, we don't KO either Pokemon. But I guess because you're probably going to Trick Room, then I can just stall out your Trick Room turn. So I play this game saying I just don't want Trick Room to go up. I could have played it saying I'm going to let you get Trick Room up, but because I know you're probably Scarf Darmanitan, I don't really care. And you're going to waste your first turn of Trick Room. He actually just Rock Slides, which is even better for us. Because we know it's Scarf, and now you're locked into Scarf Rock Slides. I'm actually really surprised about that. That, my friends, is the beauty of Life Orb plus Stonjourner plus, obviously, Dragapult. That's huge, too, because my opponent's committed into locking into Rock Slide. I think Dragapult might just one-shot everything in the back for my opponent. Your Rock Slides aren't doing very much damage here, so you're probably going to want to switch out the Darmanitan. But whatever comes in is probably going to want to Dynamax. Might be Venusaur, yeah. I'm fine with Venusaur here, though, I think. Now, presumably, you have Ninetales in the back. Right? So I think I'm actually content to just max Airstream here and Rock Slide. Yeah, because we'll just outspeed you here, right? If you switch into Ninetales, then you either try to Sleep Powder the Dragapult. He doesn't switch out, okay. Oh, you could max Darmanitan. That would actually be really interesting. I actually think that would be the play here, wouldn't it? I totally didn't expect that. Oh, that was really smart. Although we might just outspeed now after getting the Airstream off. So maybe this isn't too bad of a problem. You can see, though, today's episode's been interesting because both me and my opponents have showed, like, the flexibility of when to Dynamax. Okay, it is Focus Sash, but this is max speed Stonjourner, so we might just double outspeed and Rock Slide. And if we do outspeed, I think we just win here anyway with Stonjourner, just offensively. That was a great max, though. Onto the Darmanitan. Right, let's see. Nice. Stonjourner goes first. Look how much Rock Slide does to the Darmanitan. Over 60%. Beautiful. And Max Knuckle. Oh, I did not expect that. Okay. Does this even KO? It does not KO. No, don't forget, guys, like, Stonjourner's special defense is literally one of the worst special defenses in the game, but its defense is really good. I mean, that should just be game. I was really surprised to see Rock Slide turn 1, but I think my opponent was expecting, hoping to just flinch me, I guess. And it was Rhyperior, as I called as the last one. Yeah. So that's perfect. We can just max Wormwind now into Rhyperior, and given that it's Choice Scarf, it shouldn't have Protect, obviously, on the Darmanitan, so we can just max Wormwind and Superpower here. And yeah, we pick up another win. Not bad. Okay, given this, it's our first time with this team. I've been playing 4 games in the last couple of episodes, and when I was playing longer episodes, it seemed like people didn't really mind. Since this team is rather hyper-offensive as well, I don't mind playing a 4th game here, so yeah. I am supposed to start my stream in a few minutes, though. So I will hopefully have a fast 4th game today, but yeah. Games 1 and 3 were really clean today. The second game, I mean, I got a little lucky, obviously, in the first 2 games for sure, so I don't like having any RNG at all, and that second game, we needed the RNG to win. First game, I don't think we needed, since we had a pretty good team matchup anyway. This one was just the power of Stonjourner boosting its partners up. And, this team is composed to support some of the strongest attackers you can have in the game. But we're up against a really cool Delmise team here. Okay. That's super interesting. So Gyarados is obviously one of the main Pokemon I'm scared of here. But I think Dragapult is still... I mean, Dragapult Stonjourner looks really good here once again. Yeah. I mean, the main thing about I fear, I guess, is Nuzzles. I kind of don't mind leading Incineroar Dragapult, which gives me a quick Intimidate immediately. And I have Fake Out Pressure as well. It's a Stonjourner day, and Stonjourner's damage output increase actually I think is very valued here, so I'm going to bring it. Don't like Milo too much. I think Rotom could still be worth it for the Togekiss matchup. And if we knock out the Raichu, then Rotom also has a pretty good time. We also have Dark Pulse, so we actually hit 4 of my opponent's Pokemon for super effective damage. So, let's see. Gyarados is always scary, though, especially because they're often Assault Vest Moxidos, and Raichus on these teams are either Focus Sash if the Assault Vest is on Gyarados, or Assault Vest if Gyarados is another item like Life Orb or a Berry, for example. It's going to be Raichu Delmise, though, which I think is actually really good for us. I mean, Dragapult's definitely in a phenomenal spot. And we have the Intimidate. Just worried about, like, Berry. And there's 2 plays I'm considering here. One is the easy play, which is Fake Out Raichu, Max, and just Phantasm into Delmise. I mean, my opponent does have a Ghost Switch in the Snorlax, which I guess is problematic. I guess, actually, I'd rather knock out Raichu. So I think I'm going to Max. And... Would I Phantasm into... Part of me is considering Airstream. I don't know if we outspeed Raichu even with Airstream. So I'm going to Max, and I'm actually going to Wormwind Raichu. Yeah. Because I think Dhelmise is in a really awkward spot here. I think you'd want to switch out, but my opponent stays in, which is honestly kind of surprising. What I really didn't want to do was Phantasm into a Snorlax switch in, but maybe I have underestimated Dhelmise. I mean, there is the threat of Brutal Swing here as well, which is why I wanted to go for the Fake Out onto Raichu. If we can snipe Raichu off, honestly, I'll take that, because that does, you know, kind of prove a nuisance to a lot of my Pokemon on my team, especially with the threat of Nuzzle. And Dhelmise maxes. Honestly, I'm really surprised about that. But this is fine, because I don't think we get KO'd through Intimidate. If we knock out Raichu, then... And we're also Worm Waiting, don't forget that. So it's going to be at -2 attack. And then we have the Stonjourner. With Stonjourner and the Life Orb boost, we should definitely knock out Dhelmise, I think. But I'm not 100% sure on my Dhelmise calcs. And yep, no Fake Out comes out from Raichu. So I probably was a Brutal Swing coming out here this turn. Yeah, especially, yeah, no priority. So Max Wormman comes off. That should snipe off Raichu. Beautiful. And now my opponent's playing with -2 special attack Dhelmise. Unless it's special Dhelmise. There is a possibility of that. That could be bad. Let's see. Max Phantasm. Okay, I was doing nothing. Nice. Yeah, I really was surprised to see the Dhelmise Dynamax. It's not often you see a Pokemon get intimidated and then Dynamax immediately. But I'll take that. It's obviously a phenomenal turn for us. I think I really want to bring in the Stonjourner here. Especially with Togekiss coming out, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think here we can just switch out into Stonjourner, get that boost, and just go for a Phantasm. On a Togekiss. We didn't even get the defense drop because of Clear Body. I'm pretty sure Life Orb plus Stonejourner's boost should KO Togekiss. I mean, this is such a strong attack. And then at that point, I mean, Dhelmise is not really scaring me right now, right? Like, Togekiss offers more offense with Dazzling Gleam. And Follow Me comes out, which is even better, because even if it somehow survives this, we're not getting KO'd. So, once again, this is just Dragapult sweeping through. I'm pretty confident this one hit KOs. Let's see. Oh, we actually missed out. Okay. I spoke a little too soon, but that's alright. This Dhelmise is, once again, just not having a great time here. It is going to Phantasm us in return, but that's fine. Yeah, we survived that. Nice. We have a bunch of options this next turn. I would like to probably conserve Intimidate. I really thought we'd one-shot Togekiss there. I'm sad we didn't, but my opponent doesn't have anything for a Phantasm. I mean, this is already at -2 attack, -1 defense. We'll be at -2 defense after this turn, enough where a Flare Blitz should KO. Plus, my opponent shouldn't have any redirection. So, I think in this position, it's honestly fine to... Oh, I don't want to Assurance because it's probably Weakness Policy, yeah. Max Airstreaming is interesting. Do we really need Outspeed, though? At this point, my opponent has potentially Gyarados in the back. So maybe actually Airstreaming is still fine. I think I'm just going to Rock Slide here and go for a Max Airstream. That will KO Togekiss even if it protects, covers any switch-in, and no Max Guard here. So we actually could have just gone for the Phantasm into the Dhelmise slot, but I just really don't care that much about Dhelmise right now. Like, I don't think it really threatens us too much, especially with Intimidate still waiting in the back. I just wanted to get the speed boost because, like, my Stonjourner actually does a fair amount of damage to my opponent's team right now. And everything in the back is going to take, you know, damage from Rock Slide. Nothing resists it. Oh, it's actually Max Steel Spec. Into Stonejourner. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, we'll be back to neutral defense. But, once again, it's not doing much damage. I'm almost confident it's Weakness Policy with Brutal Swing Raichu. That would just make the most sense. And Gyarados is the last one. Yep. Let's see if it's Intimidate Dose or not. Nope. So it's Moxie Dose. Yeah. Pretty much everything we expected here. Dynamax ends on both ends. Honestly, I'm content to just Rock Slide. The one thing I have to worry about is Dragon Dance Gyarados, I guess. But we've got Rotom in the back too. So as long as we don't miss Rock Slides, we should be good. It might be better to Assurance, actually. But we could... I don't mind Rock Sliding and just Dragon Darting here, I think. Actually, Phantom Force is safe, right? Because that's a guaranteed KO onto Dhelmise. And with Intimidate, we should be able to beat Gyarados with the tools that we have in the back. So, I think this is fine, yeah. I'm almost confident it's Weakness Policy. Rock Slide here. Like, Stonjourner does so much damage with Rock Slide. It's so... And we flinched the Gyarados. RNG has definitely been on our side today, but I really don't think that mattered too much, quite frankly, because, I mean, what are you really going to do in this position? There's really nothing you can do. No, just Rock Slide again. But Stonjourner saying, hey, it's my first day, I want to show you to keep using me. But yeah, it wasn't Kasi Berry on the Dhelmise. So I mean, I really don't think my opponent really had any outs. We had Rotom and Incineroar in the back, so I had like Intimidate for both of these Pokemon, and obviously Rotom just one-shots the Gyarados with a Thunderbolt. So obviously a little bit lucky there with the double flinch, but we didn't need it. Honestly, I probably should have played without clicking Rock Slide because there's no reason to risk missing an attack. Maybe it's better to just go for Assurance there. So I actually don't know if I like clicking Rock Slide there because I'm so far ahead, I should be able to win with the Incineroar Rotom anyway. All we need is guaranteed damage, but I think as soon as I click Phantom Force, there's just no way for Dhelmise to win there because it's a guaranteed knockout onto that slot the next turn. We can actually check the movesets here too. I mean, my opponent was probably Dragon Dancing, but there wasn't a Grass-type attack here, so you didn't really have a way to KO the Rotom. This didn't have Protect, and it was indeed Weakness Policy, yeah. I said that before I saw it, but it was Fling. Oh, okay. Fling. Ooh. That's cool. With the Berry. Rock Slide, Agua, Belly Drum, Lefties, and Babiri Togekiss. So I'm sure my opponent was going for a Dragon Dance there in the end, but once again, it doesn't really matter because even if you KO Stonjourner there with the Dhelmise, I get the free switch it into Incineroar, and then I can just fake out your Gyarados while Phantom Force KOs the Dhelmise. And then it's a 3v1, right? Gyarados has already taken Rock Slide damage there as well. Like, I need any amount of damage to just KO it. I can swap in Incineroar infinitely. I mean, I could just go for attacks as well, so I don't think the flinches there really made too much of an impact. But today was one of those days where it's like I didn't need the RNG, obviously just like guarantee the games for us. But once again, I'd like to play those games without RNG because I think it gives me better insight on how to most optimize my plays. And I think in the end there, I don't really regret Rock Sliding, but maybe it would have been better just going for guaranteed damage. But like I figured, if I Rock Slide and I either flinch or crit, I just win the game instantly. Plus, I have so many tools in the back that I'm not really worried. So yeah. It's going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, if you guys enjoyed, please share your support by leaving a like, and hopefully catch you on stream later today. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace.